So last time we did the slope-intercept form of a line. Today we're going to do the point-slope form of a line. So again, what is it going to look like, and what do you think we're going to need in order to use it? And more importantly, when is this form useful? I think you're going to get to the point where you find this form of the line incredibly easy to use. So first, some graphing warm-ups. Let's graph the line that contains the point 1, 1 with a slope of 3. Okay, so I'm going to go to 1, 1, and I'm going to do my slope of 3. I have done this before. I remember this from the last lesson. And I get a line like that. Don't know its equation yet, but I can figure that equation out. Let's see, it goes through, it looks like it goes through the point 0, -2. And the slope is 3, so maybe from last time, this equation is like y equals 3x minus 2. Cool. Let's take a look at this one. Goes through the point 3, -2. Okay. And has a slope of -1/2. Down 1 over 2, down 1 over 2. Up 1, left 2. Up 1, left 2, up 1, left 2, up 1, left 2, up 1, left 2. Okay. And now for the equation of this line, oh boy, I don't know what that y-intercept is. So I got to use some algebra maybe, because I do know this. I do know y equals mx plus b. And what I know is that my m is -1/2. My x is 3. I don't know b. Y is -2. Let me see, -1/2 times 3 is -3/2. And then if I add 3/2 to both sides, let's see, 2 is like 4/2. So -4 plus 3/2 is -1/2. Okay, it kind of looks like -1/2. That answer seems reasonable. So the equation then is going to be y equals -1/2 x minus 1/2. Yuck. What a miserable, miserable equation. And it could get worse. I mean, 1/2's not bad. What if it was 1/5 and 5/7? Oh my goodness, horrible. How would you even graph that? Ugh, the horror. So there's got to be a better way. What do you think? Let's see. Well, if we want to write the equation of a line, we're going to use the point-slope form. So what do you think you need for the point-slope form of a line? Point-slope form of a line. What do you think we need? How about the slope of a line? Yeah. And how about a point on the line? Yeah, you need a point and a slope. Yes. So the equation of a line in point-slope form looks like this. If you want to, what's a really nice thing to do is if you find the slope between the point on the line, x1, y1, and some other point, xy, and use your slope formula, you can rearrange it to equal this equation. That's kind of where it comes from. But just take a look what you have. M is the slope, x1 and y1 is the point. But notice what's going on in here. We're going to change the sign of the x1 value. And you'll see that in a minute. Well, let's see if we can use this form. So I know that the form, if I could just copy that over again, x minus x1 plus y1. Watch how this works. Write the equation of line with a slope of 5/2. So my m value is 5/2. What's the x value of my point? -3. What's the y value of the point? 0. Plug them in. And again, we're going to change that sign on the x value, right? We're done. Now I know you may be saying, oh my goodness, it doesn't look like y equals mx plus b form. If you wanted to, you could distribute and combine terms. You could do that. But unless you're told to, this equation is fine. Leave it. Leave it like that. Let's keep going. Write the equation of a line with a slope of negative 7. All right, so I'm thinking this already. When I have to write the equation of a line, I'm thinking this. Let's plug in the things we need. Basically, I got to plug in some things there. It has a slope of negative 7. Okay? Contains the point 4, negative 2. Remember, switch the sign on the x. Keep the sign on the y. Done. Wow. Let's keep going. Write the equation of the line with a slope of negative 4 and contains the point negative 1, negative 2. And then express the answer in slope-intercept form. Okay, so we'll play with that a little bit. Well, we go to our point-slope form. Here's our slope. The sign of the x value changes. The y value stays the same. Now again, this is point-slope form, so let's do this. Let's distribute and see what we get. We're going to get y equals negative 4x minus 4 minus 2. Combine some like terms. Done. Not bad. Do you like this form? Even I can hear you saying, yeah, this is pretty good. Oh boy, but look at the next one. The line that contains these points. Oh man. What am I missing here? I'm missing a slope. But wait a minute, can I find slope? Remember, slope was the change in y over change in the x. So let's see, what if we subtract our y values? We'll do negative 4 minus 2. Subtract our x values. 1 minus 3. This gives us negative 6 over negative 2, which equals 3. So now we have a slope. But we have 2 points. Which one should we choose? The answer, it doesn't matter. Suppose you did this one. Y equals slope of 3. Let's take the first point. X minus 1 minus 4. And again, slope-intercept form, right? So we're going to distribute 3x minus 3 minus 4, or y equals 3x minus 7. Suppose you chose the other point. You do this. X minus 3 plus 2. If we distribute 3x minus 9 plus 2, and look at that. Do we get the same answer? Yes, we do. So does it matter which point you choose? Not at all. And if you're given 2 points, find the slope first. Great. So let's write the equation in slope-intercept form of the line that contains these 2 points. Well, let's see if we can do this now. Can we find the slope first? Negative 7 minus 5 over 4 minus 0. So the slope is negative 3. Let's go to the equation. It doesn't matter what point we use. I notice that we have a point 0.5, so I'm going to choose that one for my x value. Because what's x minus 0? It's just x. So we can leave it just like that. Very nice. So let's wrap this up a little bit. What is the point-slope form of a line? Well, that's an easy one to answer. Y equals m times x minus the x value of the point plus the y value of the point. What do we need? Whoops. We don't need. We need m and the point. Now, here's the big question, though. When is it useful? I would use point slope when I have to write the equation of a line. If I have to write the equation, I'm using point slope. When would I use slope intercept? I would only use slope intercept when I want to graph that line. Okay, slope intercept is great for graphing. Point slope is great for writing the equation. Do your best to get familiar with both.